Godfather, this is Raptor. Kazovac Marine is stabilized. We're Oscar Mike. Over.
I think if I wanted to play a character in this, I'd want to play McGraw.
Fucking Dressplus commercial, man. I got so many fucking guys. Now look at us. Trombley hasn't killed anybody. I am half a world away from good Thai pussy, and Colbert is out here rolling around fuck butt Iraq, hunting for dragons in a mop suit that smells like 4 days of piss and ball spray.
That's kind of nicely put, to be honest. No one gets what they want.
Should have rolled into battle with the sword, Brad. That would have fucking rocked.
Like Mad Jack Churchill with a bow and arrow.
Someone piecing his cornflakes this morning?
Jade, I'm not being critical of you, but sometimes when you get excited, you speak Spanish on the comm.
This is strange. Because in Brazil, my country,
Portuguese.
we speak Portuguese.
Yeah, well, whatever language you people speak down there, try to stick to English when we're on Marine Corps comms.
Think over, think.
These guys can't fight.
Dog, motherfucker died trying to get around.
That's like a full-on bazooka.
You know, maybe our blouses aren't green. We're just so fucking sleep deprived that that's the way that they look at us.
Are you making this up?
Fuck yeah, I'm making this up. Passes the time, brother.
I feel like his like blathering just sends you into an even deeper level of delirium.
Oh, it's like a Halloween funhouse.
God, he's creepy.
She's dead. Nothing we can do.
Whoa! This is a sicko in our HumVee now. The psycho-ass jarheads, and the fucking liberal media just looking for a little exploitation.
Isn't it like a whole thing though? Like the separation between the event and the camera. It's like a layer psychologically between you. Come on. Oh, Jesus fuck.
You've got more optics and thermals on that vest than I've got in the whole platoon. And I bet you've got the batteries to run them all night long.
You're way out of line. These are for Bravo's command.
Men need to conserve resources. Marine
They haven't got any resources to conserve. Stove. Fires.
Say hello to my little friend.
The fuck are you doing?
Denying the enemy.
It's doing Al Pacino.
We took that for our own.
Yeah.
Haji rice?
He's been living here on rice and beans, sleeping out here in the cold on these rags. These are some fucking hard men. You ladies bitch if you get an MRE without a fucking Pop-Tart.
Meal ready to eat. MRE? That's from the glossary.
Movement right! 9 o'clock!
Where's that coming from? Oh, fuck's sake. Is that McGraw?
Saddam Division.
Bravo 3's commander. Should I shoot him? Waste your bullet.
Yes, do.
Be advised, the report of an enemy gas attack was again in error. Break. All Hitman teams returned to Mop.
Just the changing of orders, the changing of reports, the fact that they've got a... It's all like Chinese whispers or hearing through the radio.
Is that an RPG too?
Can hardly see anything. Ooh, this is tense.
Wind, moving from west to east, quarter value. On scope.
On target.
Fire.
Ooh.
Stand by for second target. Low crawling, east, 5 yards. You got him?
That tally.
Wow.
Fire. Hit.
I didn't know that like they worked in pairs like that. Like I've only ever seen like a sniper, you know, like himself, but it was interesting the way that he was interacting and he was talking about like the wind and stuff.
I hate them filthy Haji fucks.
That's what I love about you, dog. You're so fucking messed up.
That's how I roll.
Sherlock.
Godfather, solid copy. Out. All Hitman Victors, this is Hitman 3-3. We're
McGraw, mate.
About 600 meters. Cannot observe the
Eric, you fucking see that? I don't think that guy was armed.
We didn't see what the captain saw. He's our commander.
It's like they all know, but they're just kind of trying to convince themselves. Oh, well, no, they're just like, they've got to think that in order to get through this bullshit.
Hey, you know what sucks? All those dead bodies we seen today? Now didn't get to shoot any of them.
Yeah, that sucks.
I see foot mobiles. 12 o'clock, 100 meters.
Isn't there like a high proportion of guys don't ever actually shoot?
Just figuring out we're lost.
I could have told him that half an hour ago. The whole battalion is 2 clicks east of us on the other side of the Garov Canal. We are now to the rear of everybody.
Oh my god.
He's our commander, Brad.
Trombley is never gonna get his shot.
Villagers say they are grateful to be liberated by the Americans and look forward to working hand in hand in rebuilding
You're lying,
Iraq.
Mish, and they fucking know it.
Mish, cut whatever fucking bullshit the higher-ups have told you to say.
We're all alone out here, Mish. You fuck us. I'll smile killing you.
When they hired me, they told me to put a little spin on things, a little psyops.
What? Why would they want them to put a spin on it? Is it to like kind of keep the morale? Because I did read that the soldiers were told that they kind of were liberators.
But personally, Godfather doesn't like being told what to do by the enemy.
Third
I don't like the
person.
fact that the enemy has days in Iraq. There's no shortage of shitholes. More shitholes in this country than oil wells.
He loves Godfather. Top Bants. Archbishop of Banterbury.
My sweetheart since junior high. Left me and married my best friend since junior high. We're all still friends. They're one of those happy couples that likes to take pictures of themselves and hang them up all over their goddamn house. Sometimes I go over there just to look at my ex-fiance doing all the things I used to do with her with my best friend. Surfing, jet skiing. It's nice having friends.
We're going through the town. Alpha's already rolling. We're picking up the rear.
Trombley's happy.
It's just us.
He's not. It's funny to think that Alexander Skarsgard went on to be like in True Blood for how many series after this. Just the difference in tone and like we know what a good actor he is. God, it's like even more stressful when they're not the first through, when they're just dealing with action, because people could be anywhere. How is he meant to shoot straight when the car's all pickled in?
Happy birthday, bitch! I'm about to get shot in the face.
Hit that building! Let's go! Let's go! Pick up the red fire!
I don't have anything to say. Jesus fuck. Oh, the shadow.
I got one!
There you go, Trombley. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh, is that gonna get garroted?
The times are good!
Christ!
Hey, I fucking got one.
They know, Trombley.
Trying to kill himself thanks to your driving.
Look at the change in mood.
This shit ain't funny.
Look, it goes a little different. We could all got killed today.
Burning dog.
A moment of sincerity.
I expect all y'all to have been clean shaven.
He's got such a mad way of speaking.
Last night, the Godfather said the men wouldn't have to shave.
In his infinite wisdom, the battalion commander never said that. You best check with your company commander.
Did he believe that?
The one solid piece of information he passed, and he was wrong.
An officer. From H&S Company. He's probably just lost in the dark somewhere.
Just making me think of the Pacific, how they like never got to sleep.
Fucking officers will be the death of us yet.
That should be like the tagline of the show, right? And of the war. Is that where it's gonna end? So they both ended in a prolonged shot. So Tremblay finally got to see some combat. So I felt like there was a lot of interesting aspects to the episode. Like, it's just crazy that the lack of tools, you know, as in episode 1, as in all the other war TV series that I've watched, lack of tools is a common theme. Like the batteries for the night optics and like the armour for the HumVees, and yet they're expected to go into these dangerous situations. And then it's funny when you think about, you compare that to what the civilians or what the Hajis are dealing with, like how they're equipped. You know, it's just kind of rice and beans and camping outside. You know, that kind of matches up with what Espera, I don't know how to pronounce that name, when he said about like even poor people in America get fat. Like, it's funny the difference in expectations and how they feel hard done by. You know, he said like you get mad if you don't get a Pop-Tart in your MREs. Is that right? Like I said, I personally am quite shocked at what they're expected to do under crazy circumstances and the lack of equipment. But then you take a second and think about the enemy, or you know, not necessarily enemy, just the civilians that are living in a much poorer country with a third world army, and then you know it doesn't really balance up. So I'm gonna check out some of the words in the glossary. Hitman 1, 2, actual. Now I think that must mean actual is the actual like leader of Hitman 1, 2, and then there's also Hitman 2 actual, right? And that's Vic, and then is Hitman 1 actual, 1, 2 actual, Brad. A thing that strikes me about this show is just the crazy situations. There's the moment when they had to just sit there on the riverbank just taking like these mortars, like enemy mortars, and they weren't allowed to shoot back, or they were held, and they had to hold and wait for orders. And I don't know, it's like, what a mad situation that you're just waiting there, might be getting hit, and then suddenly like the communication goes through and then you can shoot back actually. And also the moment when they're told to stop in the middle of that spot that was clearly perfect for an ambush. Like, it just is. This again is a theme throughout these shows, that like, the moments where you have to follow orders that don't make sense, that you as an individual have to kind of you have to fight against reason in order to maintain the order of things by following the orders. And then also just the general lack of communication. Vic seems to be continually frustrated by the lack of communication and the nonsensical orders, and every time he gets given is delivered orders, it always seems to be given in such like a higgledy-piggledy way, like here's some pizza, like enjoy this pizza, like go and enjoy it, and by the way you've got to do this, or like in this episode it was, by the way, I've got some important information about mustaches. By the way, you've got to go here. It's just madness. And the whole mustache situation as well is just insane. It's funny how these kind of mundane aspects are important to the men, or it's just a funny continuing theme. Things that concern me about upcoming episodes are Tremblay. Like, he's just like a wild card that creeps me out. He scares me. He's kind of like this show's I forgot Rami Malek's Snafu. Rami Malek's character is Snafu. He's got those kind of Snafu vibes of just being a bit off kilter and concerning. I'm also concerned about Captain America. He seems like a fun character to play, because it's just the general frustration that everyone feels around him whenever he does anything at all. It's slightly hilarious, but also, you know, when you think about it in the real life, in the reality of the situation, how intensely frustrating and concerning that would be to have someone like that as your leader. And like the moment when he just like got mad and decided to shoot that car and wasting all that like artillery just because he was frustrated. And panicking over the comms, like what good would that do? Lastly, it was kind of funny at the end when the Marines had been through combat and they were kind of celebrating. They were happy, you know, they'd finally, after all that tension, after that waiting, they were celebrating despite all the horrible stress and the potential trauma and the horrible things that they'd seen, like those like Halloween kind of funhouse, you know, dead bodies. It's just kind of a strange upside down world, isn't it? I can understand why they're happy, because they've finally got to do what they've been wanting to do, what they've been trained to do. You know, the tension has been on them, and also the kind of the burden of having to serve the country and having the stories and doing the job, I guess. But at the same time, they're kind of happy and excited about something so terrible. I think that we're meant to see that as kind of a bizarre, as viewers, you know, it is bizarre for someone to watch as a civilian. At the end of the episode, Brad went off to help an officer. I'm guessing maybe that'll be what next episode is about. I don't know. I don't know what's gone on there. Has he really just got lost in the dark? But that seems like some foreshadowing. He said that officers will be the death of us yet, or something like that. I thought that's just, you know, could be the tagline for the show. It's kind of bitterly funny and depressing. You know, I haven't actually seen The Wire yet. I'll get around to it. But one of the things that I gather from it is that it has the general theme of the system being the issue, and the kind of puppet masters, the people in charge, not necessarily the little people that are involved on both sides of the issue of the law enforcement and like kind of gangs. And I feel like if that is the case, maybe I've misunderstood. I don't know why I've got that impression of The Wire, but I can see that reflected in this show, very much so, with Vic and Brad Iceman being kind of puppeteered by the powers that be, and the general war that might not necessarily make sense in this crazy system that we have. Okay, so I enjoyed that. I'm interested to see where we're going to go the next episode, and there is only 7 episodes of this series, so I wonder how the arc will be balanced. I don't know. But if you enjoyed that, please like, comment, subscribe and hit the bell. Follow my Instagram, and hopefully you'll join me next time.